Okay, welcome back. This is our compare contrast essay, and I can tell you're excited because you just love to write. Okay, here we go. What is the purpose? Why are we doing a compare contrast essay? Well, you guys have to make a lot of decisions, but sometimes you might have to help other people realize how you made that decision that you made. Okay, so and you might have to do it in writing. Someone might email you, well, why did you do that? And you're going to say, well, look, this is why I did it. So you're going to be able to inform your readers about comparable ideas, things that you had to make a comparison and make a decision on. It's similar to persuasion, except you are simply giving them the data that you used. Okay, comparing is when you look at the similarities between things. Contrasting is when you look at their differences. Okay? So, without too much explanation, we're just going to jump right into this assignment. What you're going to do first is you're going to brainstorm ideas that you could compare and contrast. So you could say like boots versus shoes. You could say rollerblades versus roller skates. Long hair versus short hair, like things that you have made a decision on in your life, maybe like a skateboard versus a bicycle, I don't know, a truck versus a car. It's going to be up to you. So I want you to brainstorm a few things, probably like pairs of 10 pairs of ideas. But you're going to pick one of these. But I just want you to get it out on paper so that you can say, okay, well, I want to do these ones because I have quite a bit to work with on this specific topic. And then you're going to, you're going to make a Venn diagram. A Venn diagram, actually, I should have put this in the slideshow. Your Venn diagram is going to look like... It's going to look kind of like this, where you have in each of the circles, the bigger part, you're going to have the differences between the two items, and in the middle, you're going to have the similarities between the two items. So, like, for example, if you were to do truck and car, you would put they have tires, they run on gas. You have to get both registered. However, one uses more gas than the other. One has more space than the other. You can carry more like lumber and tools and stuff in a truck, whereas a car, there's really not much space, lined with metal. Yeah, that sort of thing. So you're going to, after you have selected, you're going to do that Venn diagram where you write out the things that are different, the things that are the same. And then you're going to write your thesis or your statement that shows what your essay is going to be about. Okay, so if you're going to say, trucks, or everyone needs a vehicle, that would be an introduction. Trucks and cars are similar, but each has its own advantage. That would be a good thesis statement. If you're going to talk about the advantages of one versus another, then that would be perfect. Okay, so your rough draft, after you've done this, and yes, I expect you to do it today because we don't have a lot of time. Your rough draft, you have two ways of doing it. The first way is called the block method, where you discuss all the points about one subject in one paragraph. Okay, so it would be like, well, I'm going to talk about everything about a car first. I'm going to say, well, a car is smaller, it gets better gas mileage, it doesn't cost as much, but it doesn't really last very long. It lasts this long, right? It lasts maybe 200,000 miles. Okay, and then in your next paragraph, you're going to say a truck is bigger, it uses more gas, but you can do these things with it. If it's a diesel, it will last anywhere from 300 to 500,000 miles, but it costs a lot more. So that's the block method. Okay, Or you can do the point-by-point method, where each paragraph is centered around one point, where you're going to say the first paragraph is about gas mileage. You're going to say a car has on average 30 miles per gallon, but a truck gets like 10 miles per gallon. And that is it. You discuss that point alone, and then your next paragraph discusses the next point. Truck tires cost a lot of money. They have a lot of tread, but they keep you from doing a rollover. Whereas car tires don't cost that much, but they do get bald pretty fast because people like to go fast in them. I'm just making this stuff up, but you get the idea. It's you discuss and compare and contrast each point, and those are your paragraphs. So they're obviously shorter paragraphs. Okay. This is an example of what an outline of that would look like. So for on the left, you've got roller skating, the block method, where your first paragraph is going to talk about a wooden rink for roller skating. Okay, the rink is wooden. Second paragraph would be the boots with, or not paragraph, excuse me. Although it could be paragraphs if we're long. This first one, subject 1, would all be in one paragraph. Subject 2, that would all be in one paragraph, and they're specific to each subject. Whereas on the right, you've got the point by point, where we're going to talk about the type of area, wooden rink versus ice rink. The next one is footwear, the boots with wheels compared to the boots with blades. Third point and third paragraph, the athletic moves comparison, jumps and spins versus jumps and spins. Okay, so that's a comparison. They have things things that are similar. Okay, so this is how I want you to do your brainstorming up to rough draft. I want you to turn it in at the same place. It's going to be considered it's one assignment, but it will be worth 20 points, which is 2 assignments. I just want you to put it in the same place and get it done today. If you have questions, if you're online, email me. But good luck.